Hey YouTubers, thank you so much for checking out our video. For those of you that don't know us, I'm Trish.
And I'm Jose.
We're with Just Dance, and in this series, we're going to be going over tips to help you improve your posture, frame, connection, technique, musicality in the common patterns of the tango. And in this video, we're going to be doing your connection and frame, since they're connected, as well as your technique in the reverse turn. So let's get to it. All right, so for the reverse turn, we want to demonstrate this pattern a couple different angles so that you can get a good view of what it looks like. And then we'll go into our first tip, which is going to be on foot positions. So we're going to demonstrate it first from here. We have quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. And we're going to do that another angle for you. Okay. Quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. All right, that is the reverse turn. This is a really nice dynamic pattern that really travels the floor, and the rhythm is quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. The first tip that I want to go over is on foot positions. So maybe you noticed, maybe you didn't, but we started in closed position and then we went into outside partner on the right side, and then we ended back in closed position. So there was something we had to do with our placement, our foot placement, in order to make that possible. And that's what I want to go over today. So I'm going to be talking about the leader's part for just a second. In order for the leader to take his partner into outside partner, he's got to give space. So what we're going to do on that second step is go side and slightly back. So we open up the space a little bit, give our partner some room on the right side. And then on our next step, leaders, we're going to be stepping in what we call CBMP, contra body movement position. This is a position of the foot. I'm going to show you from this angle where my feet are sideways. And if I turn towards you, you'll notice that my feet are in one track. That is contra body movement position. Not to be confused with CBM, which is a rotation in the body to initiate turn. Okay, so CBMP, contra body movement position, is a position of the feet where they are in the same track. We use this position anytime we're going into outside position, whether we're having our partner on our right side or our left side. In this case, we're bringing our partner to the right side of our body, so we're in CBMP with the left foot back. Okay, in order to come out of this position, the body will then rotate, which will allow our feet to go back into their natural two tracks. Okay, and then the last tip that I want to talk about is our closed finish. This is the first pattern in the tango syllabus where we use what's called a closed finish at the end of the pattern instead of a tango close. Usually on a tango close, you would do a forward, side, and then a drag, and there's no weight change. However, when we use a closed finish, that means that on that last count, we actually put our foot down and change weight. That is a closed finish. So at the end of the pattern, what you're going to see for the leader is a back, side, and then on that last step, their right foot's going to close to their left, slightly back. If you look at my feet here, my right toe is in line with my left instep. So my right foot is a little bit back and my left foot is in front. And then I'm going to naturally, because we're always rotating leftwards in this dance, bring my right side forward. Now followers, you're going to do the natural opposite throughout this whole pattern, okay? So you have to go quick, and you open that foot to the side and slightly forward. And then your partner gives you space to step in line with yourself. So I want you to feel like you're squeezing your thighs together so that your feet can be in one track, CBMP. Then your partner allows you to move through and step into your closed finish where your left foot will close slightly in front of your right. So those are my technical tips on your foot placements today. Next, Jose is going to start talking about frame, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how the connection helps us to balance within this pattern.
Okay, so I'm going to start talking about the frame for the leader, and follower talking about how we're going to go from closed position to outside position and then back to closed position. So as you can see right here, we're starting in closed, and we're going to step into outside partner position and then right back to closed. Now what enables me to do that is having proper rotation in my body, and a good visual lead for that is your wrist. So what's going to happen is I'm going to step out, I'm going to look towards down the back line dance, and I'm looking past my wrist, which helps me keep my proper amount of turn, and I'm going to step right back into closed position, finish it.
Yes, that's actually a really cool tip as far as making sure that you're in closed position, outside partner, or promenade. It's a very subtle cue that the leader will do within their body to communicate to the follower which position to go to. So leaders, I'm going to stand with my left side to you. If I'm in closed position, my vision is a little bit offset to the left, and I can see my hand peripherally. I'm not staring right at it. When I go to outside partner, I'm going to rotate my frame to the right until my wrist is in line with my vision. Then if I want to go into promenade position, I will take my frame and rotate it until my elbow is in line with my vision. A common mistake in this pattern is to either not go far enough to the right or go too far. So the result, if he was to overturn his second step, if he was to overturn his body on the second step, which would take me to fall away, we would have this, he would turn too far, and now notice we're in a completely different position. This is called fall away, and that's because he took his elbow in line with his eyes. Now, if he underturns that and doesn't change his body like he should, then I'm gonna run into him here with my leg. He tried to go into CBMP, but he didn't give me any space, so I ended up going right at his leg. So if he doesn't rotate his body the perfect amount, then it's going to mess up the foot positions that I just went over. So leaders, remember, look at your wrist. Your body has to turn to the right on that second step. My next tip is on our connection within that position. So leaders, notice how Jose is going to rotate strongly left to initiate the reverse turn, which is a leftward action. And then he's going to rotate strongly to the right on that next step to lead outside partner. So again, we have quick, and we pause. So when we're in this position, dancers, here, let's just change our alignment a little bit. So we're in CBMP here, and Jose is stretching to his left, and I'm actually going to stretch to my left as well. So right now we're creating a really nice counterbalance. A lot of times what happens is both partners bring their head inwards, and they collapse in towards each other, which will make you feel a little bit off balance. You won't feel like you have a good connection. Leaders, you may not feel like your partner is in your right hand because they're not stretching into it. So followers, my tip for you to establish a really good connection with your leader, as long as he follows all of his steps in rotating the body the correct amount at the correct time, is that you constantly, followers, want to stretch into their right hand on your back. So when we do this position, my focus the whole time, let's go a different angle. My focus the whole time, followers, is on making sure I'm stretching into my partner's hand. So as we go through this pattern, I'm going to continue to stretch into my partner's hand away from him so that we both have space. And then as we complete the pattern, I will continue to have that stretch. That way we have a good connection. Okay, so those are our tips for you. We're gonna demonstrate this pattern again, and then we'll do a quick recap. So we have quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. All right, so that is the reverse turn. Quick recap was we gave tips, technical tips to improve your foot positions. Making sure, leaders, that on the second step, you step side and slightly back to create space for your partner, as well as stepping into CB&P on that third step, which is one track. And then on the last step, we have what's called the closed finish, where the foot closes slightly behind the standing leg.
And then I went over briefly about using your wrist as a visual reference to make sure you have the proper amount of turn to lead your follower into the outside position, not leading too far into follow away or too little to not give her enough space.
And on that note, if the leader is giving you that excellent lead, followers, you need to make sure you're stretching into your partner's right hand and having that leftward stretch. When you get into follow-away position, when you get into outside partner, you should be stretching away from each other, not collapsing in towards each other. And those were our tips for improving your reverse turn with your technique and connection. So if you have any questions, as always, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get notified on a regular basis the videos that we post.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.
See you soon.